Right, let's do this. How to catch bass with a float in North Carolina. The Neherrin River. So, my bass setup is this, or this. So, it doesn't have to be this specific rod. It can be any rod, as long as it holds a float. Line weight isn't an essential. At least 6 to 8 pound is probably the best. So I use a Skeleton 11.5. It's a Halloween one, but any normal rod can be used. Float doesn't matter as long as it can hold heavy, so chubby or anything that can hold heavier. I'm using a Ghost Reel 5000. Has 25.5 max drag. But any normal one will work. So as long as it has a max drag of around 7.7 drag. And line, I'm using this 12-pound test, but I will show you it doesn't matter what line you have. 8-pound line is just as good. So let me cut enough of this, put this instead on. Make sure I got it all. Right, so 8-pound line. The hook, you want to use a 403020. I use the X series hook, #40. It's what works best. Bait, I use shiners. It does work with small minnows, it's just not as fast with minnows, so I use the shiners. And the depth I use is about 80. So I'm at Rubble of Old Times, because that's where the most smallmouth bass are. That's what we're farming for. And the place you want to cast, oh, wrong rod, is over here in this area. I usually cast about here. And then pull in to 80-ish. Anywhere between 75 and 85 is good. and then you just let your float slowly drift off to the left. Kind of like with using a bass jig, except you're using shiners instead. And we've got one on already. Oh my fucking god. How the damn, son? Oh my god. Maybe you need a little higher, or you just use a low tension. I probably underestimated the fish since I'm using a high geared rod. So again, just cast over in here and let your float drift. So reel into around 80. Yes. Alright, there we go. And let it drift. And we've got another one on. So you may need a 10-pound line. So they pay well, but since I'm using a high rod, the XP is low. Usually you get around 100 XP for this. So instead of the 8-pound line, I'm going to go ahead and switch up to a little heavier line. I'm going to go with some braid 10-pound test line. It's probably going to be a little more effective and not snap as easy. And there we go. I'm going to put my bobber back on and my hook. And back. Shiners. Right. So you may need to use 10-pound test line, because they are pretty aggressive fish. I mean, we've already got one trying to get the bait. And also make sure you're at peak times. Today is a really bad day though, for me, because the peak time is just horrible. And another one on. So yeah, 10-pound test line is probably the best option here. And they do jump out of the water as well. So they're an easy fight, but they can be a hard fight as well. And 38 XP. So it's not an effective way at XP, but it is an effective way . at getting money. If you have a lower level rod that holds, say, 8 to 12 pound line, and you use 10 pound line with a max drag 8.8 or 7.7 reel, you'll probably get a hell of a lot more XP. But because I'm here for the money and not the XP, it doesn't matter what rod I use. Another thing, if you do have a rod that is only a max of 8 pound line, it doesn't matter. You can use 10 pound line on it. It may just eat away at your line or your rod a little faster than normal. It's not going to affect the way you catch the fish at all. It just tells you might cause damage to your rod, which I've never had it severely decrease the amount of health my rod has, or, well, I should say health, more like durability, should I say. It's not going to affect it quite as much. Maybe if you use ridiculously heavy line, if you say went and had some 40 pound line and tried to use that on a max 10 pound line, it's probably gonna hurt your rod a little more, but only using a few pounds more is not going to make much of a difference. And usually when you buy line, you're probably not going to be using every little bit of it on there anyway. It's not going to hold that. And we've got another one on. So as you can see, it's just as quick as using a bass jig, if not more effective. $300, not bad at all. Oh, okay, never mind. That works. It works for me. It's a little short, but oh well. We can deal with it. So, I'm catching them fast, and it's not at the best point in the day. Not by far. You could get way better days than this, and you'd be catching them way faster than what I am now. Come on. Give me another one. So, the only way you're going to make money is if you have at least £30 in your keep net or stringer. It's the only way you can make any kind of money on this. So, if you do spend money on the game, don't just go and buy the best rods and reels and all this kind of good stuff. Make sure you get a big keep net as well. Or maybe just use the coins or whatever from the pack that you bought or whatever, and just buy a keep net instead. You will need a keep net. That's the only way you're going to make more money. Having good rods and reels is no good when you have no keep net to keep all the fish you're catching with those reels and rods. Yeah, we're definitely too short here. There's nothing near us. I can go a little further. Give me a second. Reel in and do another cast. There we go. Perfect, perfect. Right, there we go. Let's go. Next one. Let's have it. So, when I've got enough, when I've covered my money of getting here, around 15 fish worth, I'm going to jump out. I'll go buy a new rod, a little rod that's not super high leveled and all goody and good, or like top of the line rod. I'm not going to go do that. I'm going to go buy a regular rod. Obviously I'm going to use the same, I'll use a reel that you can buy from the store as well, not just a limited edition sort of rod, reel or anything like that. It's going to be a regular rod that you can get from the shop cheap for about 4,000 at the most. Maybe a little more if you're a higher level, but for the most part it's going to be for the players that are around the level of the area. Right, let me go see how much I have in the keep net. Oh my, how many fish do I have? 6. Yes, about around 15 fish, and I should be good to jump out and go and buy another rod to show you. Oh, that's a horrible cast. That's way short. Yes, too short. So the one problem with this rod is it's not got a long cast. I'm used to having a ridiculously long cast on my rods. So when it comes to shorter casting rods, I'm really not very good with them, because I'm always casting really short rather than getting it on point. So, along with bass, if you also want to catch other kinds of fish, I'll show you how to do that as well. I'll show you how to catch the flathead catfish, where the top of the line spot is for catfish. And as we move through the night, I'll skip through to around 7 PM and I'll show you how you can catch the green ogre gar if you're during Halloween events as well. Come on, hurry up and get on so I can move on to the catfish. Hurry up so I can move on to the catfish part. Damn it. Also, I love when people make these videos on how to do things, but they skip right to the points where they're catching all the fish. They never leave the waiting around part in there, because people will get bored. And then people are like, oh, I'm not catching as fast as what this guy were. That's because they cut the video to make it look like they was catching way faster. Whereas this in-game time, it's roughly every 5 to 10 minutes that you catch a fish on this setup. And at the best peak time, you can do it a lot quicker, but at the minute the time is horrible for me. Like the peak is really, really low all through the day. Come on. See, I've been in for in-game 2 minutes, so around 45 seconds when it hits 39, 7:39. Oh, 38 even. Well, I swear it was already an 8. Or not. See, it takes around maybe a minute and a half, 2 minutes, up to around, say, 5 minutes-ish. At the most you're going to be in the water for, but you only stay in the water for around 4 minutes, because by the time it's got to that point, your float's going to be way off over there, over that way, and you don't want to be over there. You want to be by the rocks over here. So that's where all the smallmouth are. there's something like right on my float, but it's just not taking the bait. I hate this. Why do you do this to me? See, usually by the time it gets over there, over towards that way, you're just gonna run into a catfish, and if you're not using the right setup for catfish, it's just gonna rip your line off, and you're like, that was one big bass, and that was just a big flathead catfish that just snapped your line, and was not very fun. So, I'm gonna get this catfish. I'm not even on the catfish yet. The bass. I'm going to move on to the catfish area. There is multiple areas for catfish. I know of 3 good areas for catfish. But the one I like to use is by far the most effective catfish area. You've probably already seen it on YouTube maybe before, but I don't know, I just cast there by accident once and just decided to leave it in and see what happened, and I snapped my line, so I went on to putting an extra couple of pounds on the line, and then I got another fish on, and it went all the way up into the bright orange area, and I was like, oh well, this has got to be a big fish. So I pulled it in. It took me ages to get it in. It was like a 20-minute fight. I was like, oh, this is going to be an amazing fish. I pulled a 21-pound catfish out for my first time. I was like, well, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting a trophy bass or something. Not some huge flathead catfish. So, for the catfish setup, I do have a heavier line on, but for the most part, it's the same rod. Max drag and stuff, the same. Doesn't matter about the max drag. 8.8, 7.7, either way you can pull the catfish in at 20 pounds with ease. You just have to have a long fight with him. So, for the catfish, we use the same hook, the same bait. The only difference is the line. And you're going to be using something like this. Rod is a 17-pound line weight. Obviously I don't have any in between because I didn't think I would need it, but I use what I'm using right now. Let me check this. Braid 008, I think this is. 10 pound I'm using right now, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch up to the 12 pound test line. So I'm going to get 2 pounds higher. There we go, 2 pounds higher. Mono line. My favourite line. I hate braid, it seems to snap on me all the time. So, same spot again, rubble. Only this time, you're going to still be at 80. Right, instead of over there, we're going to be casting in this area. So you're going to cast over here, towards these rocks. So what you do, you just cast out, over to the rocks. Doesn't matter where you go. And then reeling to around 55. So in between 50 and 60 is good. I find 54, 55 and 56 to be the best area. Within that 3 feet is where I seem to catch them the fastest, and that's where I've had the biggest ones that I've caught, so it's where I like to go. And again, you just let your float drift over to the left, obviously, because there's a strong current in here. So using shiners again with an X series #4, 80 lead still. Same rod, same reel, except the only difference is the higher pound line. You can use any pound line on any rod. The lower the rod line weight is, the more damage the higher pound line will do. If you're only using 2 pounds more than what your rod can handle, it's really not going to make much of a bigger difference. The only problem is never use lower pound line on a higher pound rod. Always use the high in the middle area of it. Whereas for me, I'm more of in the middle, but on the lower end of the middle. But yeah, catfish usually snap the line on this rod, so this is not my rod of choice for this place, but just because it's set up ready, all the things are on it except for the line, it was the quickest one to go with. Oh, we have another bass. So yeah, you can catch bass as well here. You can catch largemouth and smallmouth in this area. So as long as you're using a catfish hook, you're good to go. So a 2 pound catfish does that much damage to my line. I wonder how much damage a 20 pound plus catfish is going to do, because the first time I caught a bass on 8 pound line, it instantly snapped it. The fluoro line snaps easy. It's a high, dense and thick line, but holds low pound. It holds a lower weight in fish, but that's not what we want. We want the thin line that holds big fish, because it has a less chance of snapping. So its snap rate is really low compared to the fluoro, or fluoro, whatever you want to call it. So we have a catfish around the float. I can just see him under the water. He's a decent sized one, around 18 pound. I don't know if you can see him. He's like, right here in this area. I don't know if you can see him on the stream, but I can definitely see him. Like, he's pulling my float around. And the shiner on there, on the end, is going crazy. It's like, no, get me off, get me off. Alright, here we go. Oh, what we got now? This is a small fish. Oh no, it is a catfish. Yep, definitely a catfish. There we go. Pulling the catfish in. 12 pound line works perfectly fine. 16 pound fish on. There we go. And you're going to get the full amount of XP because your line is equals to the fish size. So if I was using 20 pound line on that fish, it'd have took a bar of XP off for me. But this time, it's just regular XP, because I'm using equivalent line to the fish. I'm not out of current bait. You're lying. Look at this. I'm out of current bait. So I was on shiners. Let me go over there. What are these? I'm 100% sure they are shiners. Look, they catch the same fish, they weigh the same quantity. I'm not out of shiners, but you just told me I was out of shiners. I don't understand that. Yeah, I think this is more of a telescopic. It's not a caster or a match. I think it's just like a smaller rod. Not a telescopic, but yeah, I don't want to catch largemouth bass. Of course I pulled it away from that thing. Obviously. But yeah, it's not a big rod. I mean, it's not a telescopic, but it's not a match or casting rod or anything like that. It's nothing big and special. It's just a normal fishing rod. A bog standard fishing rod. It's straight, it bends, it's got hoops on it, and it holds a reel with a handle, and it throws line with a floating things attached to it. It's a normal rod, nothing special. But the rod I use is a special rod. Now that thing is a special rod, like very special. It has my heart when catching catfish. It's just super easy to pull them in. Super easy. It's like They can't even put up a fight against it. It's just how nice it is. I love it for the reason that they cannot fight it off. It's just such a good rod. Now, we should get bites anytime. See, as soon as the float stops like that and goes to opposite the current, or it's not going following the normal pattern that it goes, you know there's something near you, especially if you're using like live bait. Oh, there it is. It's not following its pattern. What are we gonna catch? Wonder what we're gonna get. And again, it could give us a bass since it's moving over towards that area. So, the tip here is, if your float reaches this tree like this tree branch here, you reel it in and recast it again, because that's when you're in the smallmouth bass territory and you don't want to be there if you're going for catfish. So, we're going to reel in now. So, the rod that has my heart, oh, wrong one, is this. This is, oh, it's already set up as well. Ha! My bait just retarded out in front of me. So it's not a casting rod. Doesn't cast far at all. Same setup. Only it can hold huge fish. So it has a shiner on it. So this casts around 100 at the most. Its biggest cast is 100. We run straight into 55 and we just wait. So we get same hook, same line, I think. Maybe it's 16, but pretty sure it's the same line. We have a good amount on because it holds heavier fish and they can run. They get annoying when they just run away from you like, yeah, can't catch me. Nah, 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 nah. And then you pull them in and they're just like, oh no, I'm going to die. So, here we go. It's getting into the catfish pit area. And, wait for it. We're in the catfish area. Now let's get a big one. Oh yeah. So I'm going to go over another fish as well in this. What's also fairly hard to catch. The catfish are not, I wouldn't say they're hard to catch, but they're not easy as well. But they're more in the middle. Like, if you're a new player, you don't want to be going straight on to catching the bigger catfish. Like, oh, I just bought a ton of bait coins. I'm going to unlock everything, everywhere. Buy this amazing rod. So, this is what I mean. This is a smallmouth, but this rod just pulls everything in. It doesn't have a problem doing it. Because you just pull them in from so far away. Look at that. Another catfish. I'm not out of bait. I've got shiners, damn it. But yeah, let me go ahead and put another bait on. So you can use small. You can use a small cut bait and medium cut bait as well. They work just as good as shiners, but I just prefer to use shiners because why use cheap bait when you got expensive bait, right? Duh. So this rod's perfect for casting in the area as well. It doesn't go too far over, so it takes forever to reel in. My lucky number 55. Yay! But yeah, this is probably the best thing. Bass Guru 3. Holy shit, this guy catches bass on a daily basis. God damn. I only got Bass Guru 1. But I don't farm for bass. I like catfish more. Yeah, soon I'm going to be going to Quanchkin Lake in Louisiana. And I'm going to be trying to catch the unique catfish out of there. The unique flathead is what I'm going to go for. So I do have it unlocked. The downside is I don't like it there. It's the only thing, and it costs too much. And the fish you catch are really not worth as much as what you'd want them to be. Like unless you had 300 plus weight pound keep net, you're not gonna make much at all. Like when I go somewhere, I expect to make a lot of money, but it doesn't work like that in Quanchkin. You go broke. On the other hand, when you unlock, I think it's St. Croix's Lake, maybe, all your money issues just go away, because there's so many fish in there that are worth a lot. Like the pike are worth tons, and you can catch unique and trophy ones. So that's when the money problems stop. Like a normal trophy, like a normal pike at around £3-4 is around 450. So imagine catching a trophy pike, a trophy northern pike at £12. It's worth like over 1,000. It's like 1,200, 1,300. But yeah, this rod is just super easy pulling them in. Right, let me turn up the tension here so I can pull him in quicker, so he don't pull my line more. Oh my, right, hold on, let me regroup this. There we go. Now it's easy. This could be a pretty big one because it seems to be pulling me out quick. The only issue with this rod is the reel is really, really weak. And it doesn't hold much at all. Its max drag is pretty bad. The rod, however, is also kind of weak. But when you're pulling in catfish at 20 plus pound on I think it's like a 16 pound at most, it's gonna take its toll. Right, here we go. What's this one? 20 pound. Get in. So the next fish after the flathead, whoever just came, if you're here for the bass, 80, same thing, except only you're going over to this rod. You want the same float, same depth, same bait, and instead you're just going over here. You want to be casting 80 to 85. Obviously this rod only casts up to 90, so it's hard to hit the area because you have to ping the top of the cast bar. So for the next fish, I'm not going to equip any of the stuff on this one. We are going over to our trusty Brutus SE. I have changed the setup, but I am going to go over it again because obviously I was in another place and I was catching Atlantic salmon. So this rod, it's the same thing, except we're going to be changing the depth and the bait. So the bait, we're going to be using pig's eye rotten minnows, and dead mice. I prefer the dead mice. I don't know why. Dead mice are just, they sound better, don't they? Dead mice, innit? You know what I mean? And we want to be using a size 6 hook, hashtag 6/0, any kind. Obviously I've only got a catfish version, but the float can be any kind of float as long as it is holding enough. It has the weight support for the bait that you're using, which I'm using a dead mice, which is probably X heavy. Yeah, X heavy. So I'm using an X heavy float, which is perfect. But instead of the 80 that we were using, we're going to be using 60. Obviously I'm set on 60, and the line we are using is some 25 pound fluoro. So let's go. Let's go fishing. Right, so we're fishing for nighttime fish, which is a green ogre gar, one of the Halloween event fish. So we're gonna change up, and we're gonna go all the way up to 7 p.m. Oh, you're kidding me? It's raining? Why? And we're gonna be casting slightly to the left of these rocks. Not rocks, they're not rocks. Ignore that. The trees that are sticking out. The old dead trees. And we're gonna be between 90 and 100 feet. So we're in the same area, just casting further than what we were. So sometimes at this time, obviously you still can catch other fish, which catfish are still going to be around. So there is the chance that a catfish will go for the dead mice, because they do eat the dead mice as well, which is weird, but they do. But for the most part, it's just going to be the green ogre gars. They're not common to catch. You're not going to catch them like the bass or the catfish or any other kind of fish. They are harder to catch. And good luck pulling them in, because they are extremely hard to pull in. So you want to be using a really, you want to be using some max drag of at least 16 pound. Because they are, all of them are around, the littlest one I've caught I think is 26 pounds, so I'm going to go on there at least 25 pound each, and they're on the bigger side of the scales. They're up to about 50. I think 50, maybe 55, but they're around 50, so when you do catch one, be prepared for a hard fight, because they're not going to give up easy. Not at all. The upside to this is they have a ton of XP and money. Like 200 XP and 1,000 plus money every time you catch one at £30. I think 28 is 950, 26 is around 900, and it just goes down. I think the lowest it is about 850. Somewhere in that general area. And what you want to do is just let your float, obviously my float's here, you want to let it drift from where this guy over here is standing, all the way through, past and behind these. As soon as it gets over to that side of the rocks, it's already time to pull in. And I just got a bite, so I'm preparing for the strike. I prepare for the strike, because I don't want to miss the gars. They're good fish, and they're hard to miss because they strike lightning fast. Don't know why they're so fast, but they get off super easy. I've lost my bait twice to these things. Catfish, I never lose my bait to them. But they are super sluggish and slow. So, you know. And I guess it helps that the gars have teeth as well. I know catfish do, but they're like sloppy teeth. Gars have sharp teeth, because they're alligators. Yeah. Yeah, the only problem is, for the gar, when they dive under, just hit L2 and hold your rod up in the air, because you don't want them diving to the bottom and going off to the side, because they are just a nightmare. They pull you so far out. That's the reason for only casting up to 80, up to 100 with 300 foot of line on, because earlier it pulled me up to 200 and it doubled the length that I already cast at, so they do pull you out really far. So, about getting ready to pull in. Getting some bites though, but that could just be the smaller fish. Like nibbling at it, like, give me a piece of that. But they're not going to get a piece at all. It's mine for the gar. So yeah, the gar is super slow as well. You're not going to get one every time you cast. You may have to recast a few times before you get one. There is a few locations where you can catch gar, but I seem to find this area the better area. Alright, there's something just poked at my line again. Well, nibbled at the bait, but they didn't grab it again. So we're going to reel in and we're going to go over. We're going to go back to where we were. So for you lower level players, it is not impossible to catch a gar. I was watching a level 11 pull them in. He pulled a 41-pound gar in at level 11. And he ranked up to 12. And I asked him how much he needed to the next level. And he was like, I need like one more of any fish with 100 XP and I'm going to go to the next level. So he nearly got 2 levels for it. So that's just how much XP they pull in. He may have already been nearly ranked up, but they do drop a lot of XP. Like I'm double his, well, more than double his level. And they fill my XP bar really quick as well. If I was to sit here just farming the alligator gars through the night, it would be amazing. I would be catching so much. And obviously, some days the peak time is at 7 PM. So there is the chance that you will catch them faster. But on this occasion, it's the lowest point of the day. So we may not catch a gar on this. And I hate the rain. I've never seen it rain in this place. Why does it have to rain? It's just so annoying. Oh, that's why I don't go Emerald, because of the rain. Like, I hate going there. The only time I go there is if I have an event booked and I've applied and I'm like, well, I ain't going to miss the event. So I go there and I'm just sat there like, oh my, please don't be raining in this event. Please don't be raining in this event. There's only been one event where it hasn't been raining. That's how bad it is. But yeah, you can catch some pretty good fish. Oh, he's got a walleye. He's got a garland over there. And he's pulling that thing in. Has he got it yet? Or is it just... Yeah, nope, it's dragging him back out again. Is he going to get it? Oh, you can see it. Look, there he is. He's a big one. It's like 38 pound. That's a pretty good one there. He's just got a good gar on. So it's gonna be raining for him as well. So they're obviously not scared by the rain, or they're not affected by the rain at all, which is a good sign. So when he pulls that in, I want to see how big it is. I'm pretty sure it's about 38 pound though. Like, when you can usually tell with... There we go, look, 38 pound. My knowledge is on point. I'm like a gangster on guessing. Grab your torch and pickforge. I got that one earlier as well. I wonder how many I have to catch for the second level of it. Because I want to get some of the rewards that you get. I want to see what they are. I don't want other people to tell me though, so I want to be catching them. I don't want anyone to spoil it for me, because I like to know what... I don't like to know what I'm going to get as a reward. In the obvious, it's bait coins with some XP and maybe cash as well, but for the most part it is bait coins. But there's some Halloween stuff, apparently some Halloween gear, like some hats and a new jacket and box or something, you know, things like that. So I want to see what they are. Hopefully they have some glowing fishing line. That would be so awesome. Or some coloured fishing line other than just white. You know, some orange or purple or green line that looks really cool on your rod. That'd be so awesome. Rather than just bog standard white line. Like, who wants white line on their fishing rod? I don't use white line. I use blue line. I don't know why I use blue line. I have yellow line. Just doesn't look very good. I'm trying to find one that's more fluorescent and bright as hell, but I can't. Well, I can, but it's just ridiculously expensive, and I'm not going to spend so much on getting some fishing line when I could just go and get a less bright version of it that looks okay for half the price of it. So, and we're going to reel in because we're not getting any bites, and I don't like not getting bites. So we're going to change strategy a little bit. We're going to go, rather than going to the side, we're going to go through it. Let me get my cast on point. I think we're casting like 110 here, 120 maybe. Yeah, so I'm going to pull into 101. I was hoping for 100 on the dot, but 101's just as good. I really should not be having drinks while my float is out there. So, let's hope we get a good fish. See, I want to catch a 45-pound one. I haven't seen one caught yet. The biggest I've seen is 42.8 pound. That's the biggest gar I've seen caught here so far. Come on, hurry up. So yeah, I think the green ogre gars are going to be sticking to the top of the leaderboard for this area. Hopefully they add some bigger fish, like, or they patch it so you can get, like the catfish, you get no XP or money for catching them. Like 20-pound fish at 500. If I caught something like a pike at 20 pound, that would be worth like 3,000 or 4,000 cash. A catfish, a flathead catfish, is worth literally 550, which is horrible for the size that they are and how much of a fight they put up. Well, not against me, but other people will struggle. I don't, because I've learnt the patterns of how the catfish strike and how to pull them so they get hurt like badly, like they on last legs. They don't have legs, but last fins, and can't move around and stuff as fast. So they're like flabbergasted at how it just hit them so hard. Because if you didn't know, if you swing straight to one of the sides rather than going up and to the side, if you just go straight over to one of the sides, it rips straight into them and you pull them in without fail every time. Super easy. See, I haven't quite figured out how to catch the alligator gars properly, like how to strike best to tire them or make them to like make it get a good impact on how I pull them in, because most of the time they just take my line for a big run. So I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to strike them and like sort of flabbergast and knock them back a few steps, so I'm pulling them in a little bit easier. So I've been testing all different kinds of strikes. Straight up, never try that. It just got straight off. So I'm planning on going straight up diagonal off to the sides is where I'm going to try them. Because usually I go straight off to the right, but I'm going to try and go up to the diagonal area. But they could just be that kind of fish that just does not get affected by how you strike like a catfish does. I've got to get one at least. It's like 8 PM nearly. See, this is how you know that it's a horrible day to come fishing on. When it's pissing it down raining. And overall, the peak time is absolutely shit. But hey, you never know. Might get one on. Might. Because yeah, people keep telling me to go from 7 till 9. but I've not caught one at 7 till 9 ever. I've always caught them at like 10 p.m. mainly is when I've caught them. So I think people who say 7 to 9, I'm not going to say they're wrong, because they're probably not wrong. It's probably just how they do it, and that's what works for them. But for me, it's fishing from 9 all the way throughout the night till I've filled my bag up, or until it reaches the morning the next day when I switch back to daytime gear to catch fish again. So, you know, different things work for different people. Like one of my friends was saying for Emerald Lake, cast at 60 feet. Sorry, 60 feet was no, that would be retarded. Cast at 60 inches depth, and then use small minnows or shiners. So I was like, okay, I tried it. Yeah, it did not work. I didn't catch a single thing. I went on to use a jig head with a orange grub. Every time I cast out, I reeled in and pulled a walleye out with me. So that's what worked for me, the grubs. But I think different people work, like different things work for different people. It's how you fish. It's like it's your own style of fishing. What is the thing that works usually? Like my style of fishing is more patience over catch now kind of thing. I don't want to be catching them straight away, because if you get them on straight away, they're usually tiny fish. And I don't like small fish, I like big fish. It's like big fish, little fish, cardboard box. Or in this case, get him a keep net. Oh, what am I doing? Too far out. So I'm going to try 106 to see if that's any good. Maybe it'll be better at hundreds. Let's see if the 190 to about 105 works, because I'm on 106. Let's see if this works any better than what was working for me at in the 90s to 100. Maybe a couple of extra feet will do the trick and make it a little quicker. But yeah, I'll show you what the times, like the peaks, looking like when I reel in next, just to show you how retarded it is. Oh, getting bites. That was a big bite. I think he's trying to wiggle his way onto it a little bit more, trying to get it all the way in. Oh, he's in. Are you kidding me, right? Are you kidding me? What the fuck is that? I struck faster than I've ever struck before, and it didn't even... Wow. Fucking Nora. So I guess slow strikes work better for these things, because I struck way quick then. Like that, as soon as it was on and it flicked off to the side, I was up and I had the rod straight up in the air, ready to pull it in, and it missed. Wow. Never had that before. Never had that before. Not when I've cast perfect and then landed a perfect strike. I've never lost my bait like that. Holy shit. This is some retarded stuff. Super retarded stuff. How could I have been any... How could that strike have been any better? I would love to know. Can't believe that though. Why does it always happen when I get the perfect strikes? Like I've sat there and used only my right hand and pulled a fish in. Like I've just hit the bumper with my, like, hit my leg with a bumper and then pulled it in. But a perfect strike like that does not pull it in. Come on, you'd be fucking kidding me, man. What is that bullshit? This pisses me off when that happens. The one time I get a good strike and it doesn't get it. So annoying. I guess he was looking for help on how to change his leader. But unfortunately, everybody was cast in. When I was done with this cast, I was gonna tell him how to do it. Because there is 2 ways to do it. I wonder if an alligator god's gonna get on again, but I highly doubt it. Peak time is absolutely shit. So, I'm not expecting to get another bite. What I may do is, after this one, I'm gonna reel in, check how much is in the keep net. And if I'm... well, all I can say is evens or a little extra what I've done, I'm going to pay for the next day and then go ahead and catch some fish during the day, get up to about 3,000 again. Just going to use, in fact, actually maybe I could just go straight to the night. I guess I could do that, straight through to night fishing if the peak's good for 7 PM and see if I can pull some fishing that way, because this way is just not working because the peak is so fucking retarded. Like, I swear down, anytime anybody comes here and they have this peak, they just like, yeah, fuck that, I'm going to it next day. That's how I feel when I get a shitty ass peak. Like, I'm gonna go there the next day and hope that the peak's better. But if the peak's no better, I'm gonna leave and just like try my luck. You aren't. I'm gonna try my luck somewhere else. There's a slight chance I may go to Quantkin Lake and see if I can get something big over there. A unique or trophy flathead catfish would be the thing I would go for. I haven't found a spot yet where it's good for catfish, so it's going to be a challenge, but it's going to be a fun challenge. Oh, I'm getting bites and I just put my controller down. I wasn't expecting anything. Okay, now I'm ready. Go on, bite now. Do it. I dare you. I dare you to do it. He's on. It's just a matter of time before he pulls it under. Come on, you prick. Pull it under. God damn. Go. Aww. He was on the bait for like 5 seconds. Something's still around my bait, I know it is. There's definitely something near it still. Because you can tell with the float. It moves very slightly off, like it wags slightly at the bottom and you can tell. And the float just stays in one position for a little while when something's swimming around it. Maybe, just maybe, we'll get a fish. But yeah, when I really am, I'm going to show you the shitty ass peak time that it gave me. It's like, who the fuck wants to fish on this? Like, who's even going to come here today? Unless you're willing to just waste 500 and skip straight to day 2. Or catch like enough fish that you're going to so you could just go to the next day. Oh, here we go. We got one. He's still on my bait. Yeah, he's on it. Got you. So I guess striking straight to the side is the best. Right, let me turn up the tension here. Oh yeah, that's more like it. Ah. No. Oh my god, he's taking me for a run. No. There we go. Got him locked in a position. No. Come towards me. There we go. No. See, when you do this, they get used to the hook being stuck in their mouth like that. So they think, yeah, let's go towards him. But you have to make sure you're not at your maximum point. Ah, there we go. It's max point. So as soon as it drops like that, you want to keep reeling until it goes back up to the highest point where you see it at its highest point. And hold it there for a bit so they think that you're not pulling them anymore. Oh, it's coming in. I'm getting in him. Got you. Come here. Look at that. £34, 1,179 with 216 XP. Look, that's a huge chunk in my XP bar. Before it was... Oh, I can't even point to it and show you it. Okay, I can predict. Right, so you see where the cash symbol is? Like, where the corner is at the bottom point of it? That's where my XP bar was before. Now it's just gone up a huge chunk. Let's keep him. So, here's what the peak time is looking like. Look at the fucking peak. What is that peak? Ain't nobody gonna fish this. Nobody. I fished straight up until 9 AM. I was like, well, my peak's ending. I'm gonna go straight to night fishing. So, I mean, it's just a retarded peak. I mean, oh. No. Get back on the water. There we go. Boom. Straight in the centre. Done. We're going to go to the same position again. Like, one. Oh, yeah, it went. It's too early. But anyway. Straight to the same position. And we're going to see if we can catch another one before we move on to the next day. Because we have enough now that we've profited money for the trip as well. And we can profit from next day for definite. So we're going to do a morning session maybe. Or we could just go straight up to 7 PM and go straight for a... I think I can hold, say, 30, 60, 90, 120, 150. So we'll hold about 5 in there. At 30 each. If we get a little higher, maybe 4, but it's about 4,000 each. Like 4,000, 5,000 maybe we'll be able to hold. So we'll be making money on it still, which is awesome. But yeah, the Halloween rods are just not very good for this, for the gauze or anything. You want to use your... I use a Brutus special edition from the Catfish pack. Because I like that rod. I like this rod for the big fish, and then I use the Halloween rod for the not big fish, but not for small toddly fish. I use a different rod for that, but I just didn't bring it with me, so I don't have it. But I do have a rod for the little fish. I have a rod for the medium fish. I have a rod for the large fish, and then I have a rod which is the Brutus for the monsters, which we're going for now. I can hold anything upwards of £50 up to £80 on this rod. I'm using like more than half my tension, and it's only going up to half tension, so my line's nowhere near snapping, my rod's nowhere near snapping, and my reel is just holding them like a boss. I love how this rod has 100% health, but I've used it loads. It's just not gone down to 99% yet, which is so good. It's like, it's super good. That's probably why it's called Brutus, because it's an absolute beast. It just does not break. However, I can't say the same for my line. The reel's okay, but it could be better. Maybe the Halloween reel would be better. I'm gonna check with a Mac. No, I think this has a bit more max drag on it. Oh, it stopped raining. Woohoo! Uh-oh. Now it's dark. Lucky for me, I have a glow in the dark. No, I don't have this one. But I do have some glow in the dark floats. Oh, getting bites. He's not on it. Yep, he's still on it now. Okay. Come on. We got it. Pull it under already. Damn it, he left it. Why would he leave it? Oh, no, he's back. He's back. He wants it more. He wants some more. He wants it. Maybe it's just a small gar, and it's like, oh man, it's such a big piece of bait. I don't know if I can eat that. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm a gar. Oh hey, it's on and I wasn't even looking. Damn, I'm fast. That's how you know you're a good striker. It's just over the halfway mark. My reel is just over halfway mark as well, but I'm not surprised since we are pulling in. We're over half of my drag. Oh wow, it's coming straight in. He's loving this. Look at this. He loves me, this one. He wants a hug. He wants a piece of me. Never mind my mice. Where are you? Where are you? Can I reel and look to what? Yeah, I can. Oh, we're going for it. Come here. Yeah, got you, boy. Number 2. Oh my god! That's a big one. It's now my biggest one. Look at that. See that chunk of XP that he just gave me? Damn. Worth a lot of XP. I think that's my biggest one. 42.2. I'm keeping that. Let me check the... I'm off to check the leaderboard. Give me a second. I want to check that leaderboard now. Right. Oh. Oops. Right. Yeah, event fish. Triangle and Nerrin River. £59. Oh, nice dreams. Go fuck yourself, man. You're oh, there he is, big old Earl. I was playing with him earlier. It's like, yeah, man, I had a monster on. So let me go and see if I'm in here. I don't think I'm gonna be. What was it 42.2, wasn't it? Let me go faster than this. I may be in the top 100 actually. Oh, you know, I don't know. Oh, I might be. I think I'm in the top 100. It was a 72. So where am I? I was playing with Colin as well the other day when he caught his. So I would be 57th or 58th. Hold on, let me yeah, go back to the leaderboards. Fish, right, and I go all the way down. And let's see if I'm there now. Oh my god, fucking Cypher, I hate him. He's always number 1 or 2 in every event that I go to. He always finishes at the top somewhere. Alright, where are we? Are we on here yet? Did it reset? Oh wow, someone's caught bigger fish. Some bigger ones now. Right, so 42.2, where is it? Wait, was it a little smaller? No. But I'm pretty sure it's 42.7, so I'd be about 74 maybe, around that area. Maybe I'll have a look what it is, to be sure. Right, sounds 34. Here we go. 42.3. Oh, I'd be a little lower then. Yeah. Still up there though. Still made it into top 100 with that one, which is all I wanted. To be the top 100 Gar. Green Ogre Gar Club. That's what I was after. And I accomplished it. And there we go. Let's have another one. I need a bigger one now. I didn't even check what the biggest one was. Fuck. I think it was like £46 though. Pretty sure it was somewhere up there. And there wasn't many of them either. Or maybe it was... Maybe nearly £47 is what it was, probably. It's probably a more accurate... shot at what the biggest one was. Yeah, like 10 minutes my name should be up there, unless other people catch absolute beast ones. Well, 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 well. Ah. You're being a mean cat, biting and clawing me. Ah, that hurt, dick. I need a drink, but I'm scared a gar's gonna jump on while I'm having one. Ah! Quick, put it back on. We're good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to catch one more and I'm going to probably jump out of here and go have a break or get something to eat and stuff quickly. Shouldn't be long though. Should be like 5 minutes of tops. I will leave the stream on though, because I can't be bothered to stop the stream and start up a new one. That's time consuming. Da, 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 da. Oh, using my potty. Now I can hear more. Them things are so annoying to listen to. hate that sound. I'll have to take my headset off. Okay. And you still hear me just fine. But that, I need to go back into another chat because that sound is just so annoying. So I'll start up a new chat party. And set it private so nobody can join. Alright. Wonder when we're gonna get the next bite. I predict in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bitey. Never mind. My timing was off by a lot. I might just go off and go and have a break from gaming. I've been playing since like 3 this morning. Ooh, we got bites. I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, had something to eat, and then I came on straight away. I think I've had an hour break since. Maybe I need to do less gaming. I don't know. Yeah, I could do with less gaming. That would be better. Oh, I can't even go fishing properly because I think my license expired like 2 days ago, which sucks. So I have to get a new one, which sucks also. We need a fish or what? Let's pull it in. We've not got no fish near us. So what I think we're going to do for the last one, we're gonna go over this place here. Because I was gonna say I haven't seen many people come over here, but I guess I'm wrong. Guess a lot of people turned up. Let's go and fish this here. Let's go fish near these rocks, see what happens. I haven't fished in this place before, so I have no idea what's good and what's bad, or what fish are here. Let's just hope that it's a really good spot. But yeah, I'm not expecting loads and loads of bites because I've never been here, so I've never tested where's good to cast or anything like that. This is like the first time I've been here, and I just cast straight to where there's rocks, because rocks are usually where big fish hide. So I wonder if it is a good spot for the gar. Yeah, I have another place as well that I want to try that I've not tried yet. Yeah, the water seems super slow and not moving as much over here. Yeah, let's pull in. There's nothing, yeah, nothing near us, so it's not a good spot. So what we're going to do is I'm going to walk out to this. I'm going to cast just over here by these rocky cliff, hill, whatever. Cast by the rocks is the best say. So water's coming towards me, so my float should come towards me. Yeah, let's see if this is a good spot. Probably not gonna be, but everything deserves a try. Come on. Come on. Oh my god. Probably isn't gonna work. Well, I've not had a bite in this place. So we're gonna reel in. And instead, we're gonna go over this way to this side and see what's over here. Is this yeah, let's go this way quickly. Let's go more to this side. Yeah, let's go here. We'll cast over there. Behind the lily pad slash reefs or whatever they are. So I'm gonna cast up here behind them. There we go. Now let's sit and wait. This place is probably not gonna be any good either, because I think the water's still slower. But yeah, my float is going to be moving towards me. And then around the corner, more than likely. Over there. Yeah, let's see what happens here, though. Highly doubt it, but... yeah, there's nothing there. Wow. Well, let's... yeah, we can reach them perfectly fine. So, the water's going that way. So all we're going to do is we're going to cast over there. We're going to put some... we're going to put a couple of feet of slack out so my float can go a little further. Let's see if we can get a bite over by those trees logs instead. So the other place, casting next to the logs seems to work. So maybe this place is the same, like next to the logs is a good spot. Right, let's let the bait float downriver a little bit, and then we'll determine whether there's anything here or not. During the day, this is probably where all the carp and stuff come to the slower moving waters. Yeah, it's nothing here either. Nah. There's nothing in this part of the river either. Let's move. Let's go back this way. And let's go to this path here and slide up this as much as we can. Here we go. And I'm gonna cast over here, and we're gonna pull this back. There we go, just behind these logs. And see if there's anything here again. Oh, there's something here. I just got bites straight away. Got one on. Look at that. Got one straight on. So I think we found the new gar spot over here. Some guy was saying Rubble Lake was the best. Old Rubble was the best spot, but I'd say this spot's probably a little better. I caught one, like, I didn't even have to fucking sit and wait around for this thing. It just jumped straight on. So I'm gonna treat myself here. I'm gonna go for another night here. So I'm gonna start from 7. See what I mean? Like 10 PM is usually when I catch them all. That's where I get them best. Nope. Still need to pull them a little more. And come on. Oh no. There we go. Got another alligator on. Well, it's not an alligator, but it's a green ogre. 34. Look at that. Oh, I'm so close to ranking up as well. Look at that. Right. So we are going to treat ourselves, and we are going to move into the next day. Straight up to 7 PM. Right, there we go. So we got 7,500. So we got minus 500 for a second day. 7,000. So we doubled our money for coming here. Because we didn't have to pay for a license, because I have a license already from a few days ago. But so what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to cast right here behind this again. And we're going to see if we can get another one. I just can't believe how quick that actually was. I was so fast. I was not expecting it to be that quick. I was thinking maybe this spot was totally dead, but I guess you just have to let your float fly off to one of the sides maybe. Yeah, it's by the logs that seem to work best. Like, in every area. As long as you got some logs or something near you, you seem to do pretty good. It seems like where all they are, where them big gar are at. But yeah. Yeah, maybe, So I'm saying this guy who told me 7 to 9 was talking bullshit because I don't catch nothing 7 to 9. It's like 9 to 10 is when I start catching them. Oh, are you kidding me? No, I'm gonna have to reel in and cast again now. Let me go ahead and... Oh, that's way too far. Oh, no, we're just in. Just gonna reel it back in to here. Again. And let's hope we get the same predicament as last time. So, I'm going to catch one more, then I'm going to go, because I am fucking hungry as hell. So, I want to go and get some food. Get something to eat. And shit. And probably have a break for a couple of hours. Because I can't be gaming all the time. It'll start to hurt my eyes. And I can't game with sore eyes. Plus, I've been up for like 10 hours nearly already. No, I've been up for nearly 12 hours. Shall. Yeah, it's been up a while. Come on, we can get another one on. See, 7 till 9 is full on bullshit. That guy was talking out his fucking arse. Who said it was 7 to 9? No chance, bruh. Past 9 is when you catch them. Try and tell me otherwise, boy. Why did I never catch one from 7 to 9? Oh, maybe not. We got one biting, I think. I hope. Hey, bites, come on. Really? And it stopped biting. Great. So it's like we're going to do a recast. Are we going to do a recast or... Well, we're definitely going to leave it to float a little bit more. See if it does get any more bites. But I'm probably going to reel it in pretty soon. I got an idea. Let's put it this way. Yeah, so we're going to have to go cast again. So yet again, when I have to cast, we're going to go not as far as last time. Because that'll land on the shore. Alright, here we go. And we're in the same spot again behind a tree. Well, dead tree. Logs and whatever. But yeah, this time, let's hope it stays biting and bites down enough for me to pull it in. So I can go off. So I'll get my next level. Then I should be able to permanently unlock the next place. What the fuck do you mean, WH? I only get a little bite, I felt it. And it's just like, yeah, you're moving away from the logs. I do not want to be here anymore. And yeah, there we go. Perfect. Let's do this. Then again, maybe 51 is a little short. Hopefully we catch one more, because then I can go off happy that I made a good amount of money. Because it only takes 3 of them to make money. Oh, my float stopped. Oh, keep going. Let me see. Maybe I'm going to switch baits as well. I guess I could try that, because I always use dead mice. Maybe I need to switch up to maybe rotten manaus or a pig's eye. What the hell is that? No wonder I'm stuck. It never said I was stuck. What the fuck? Come on. I had no idea that I had to catch the gar in multiple different places. If that's the case, I gotta go over to Florida and Quanchkin as well. I must have been behind them. Me. Oh, that's too far. It's hitting land. There we go. I'm reeling a bit more. Then there we go. The fuck did he go that far for? I tapped it. Like Pokemon. Oh, getting bites. So after this, I'm gonna go and have an hour break or something. And I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna go to one of the other places and hopefully catch one of the either the vampire or the albino. I guess I could try to get the albino first. Yeah, let's reel in. Right, yeah, I think we should. I think we're good to go. Oh, damn it. I'm going to a new spot though. I'm going to go back over to Rubble. Back in a second, guys. I'm going to go grab a cigarette and have a wee. Alright, so while I've got a bit of peak time, I'm gonna keep going. Perfect cast. Right, so I'm gonna turn it off because my phone's gonna die. Let's hope we can get a good fish. come on already. Jeez, bite. Not had a bite for ages. I'm getting bites. It's about to have a drink. Please not now. I'm getting bites while I had a drink. Right. Put them in a few feet at a time. So when we... let's go hard now. Got it. Oh, 41.7. There we go, level 26. Oh, I got all the pair floats, yay! And a new bait. A fish for excess. All in one sack, yay! And I already have Quant Chicken Lake, but now I have it for good. See, I think it is past. Really? Why would you do a shit cast like that? There we go. So yeah, I think it is past 9 PM. 7 to 9 is a full-on bullshit. So whoever was on about that, that's not true at all. It's not anywhere past 9 PM. There's something around my float again. Come on, let's have another. We had a little vibration. Wasn't enough to move the float though. Come on. Let's have some bites. Oh, bites already. There were some solid bites as well. Well, I'm going to be going off soon. I'm just going to fill my net up once more and then I'm going to jump off. Hopefully it doesn't take too long because I'm hungry. There's like 3 more at the most. I might switch baits as well, see if it makes it a little better. Yo, what's up, Beast for Life? Welcome to the stream, bro. Yeah, man. When I get back on, I can invite you to a game and stuff. Yeah, add me as a friend, man. For sure. Always looking for new people to play with on this game, because not many of my friends play it. This video, yeah, it's live. I'm live streaming this. I don't know why it has to take so long to catch these gar. Should not take this long. But yeah, later, David, I'm going to be moving over to, I think it's the Everglades. I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Everglades that I go to next. My username, Alright, hopefully you can see that. I just typed in the chat in game. Hopefully you can see my name through that with the chat. You should be able to. I should hope. Let me yeah. I'll type it in this chat as well, just in case you can't see it. That's my username on PSN. That's my username. But yeah, it should be linked. My username should already be linked in there somewhere. And reel in and recast again. I was hoping this wouldn't take as long, so I can go off and have something to eat because I'm starving. Is that a good cast? Yeah, should work. There we go. Let's hope I catch one. See, last time I cast here, I got one straight away. I got a bite straight away and it was awesome. Complete a reckless spender. Reckless spender. Oh man, I remember when I got that. You just go and spend your money on everything. What I did is I went to a place and just bought a ton of bait. I think it might have been small minnows that I bought. I made sure I went somewhere where I could get something decent that I was going to use. So I went and bought a ton of Manaus to get it. So I haven't had to restock on them for ages. Still got like 100 and something left. Yeah, if I don't catch on this cast, I'm going to switch up to Rotten Manau. Maybe that'll be better. Yeah, I want to check for store as well, see what I unlocked when I get back, when I leave the area as well. Yeah, if it takes too long, ooh, I didn't have my control in me and I'm getting bites. It's not a smart move. I think I can read chat. Like, oh, I can, sweet. So I can read the chat with it that way. It makes it so much easier. Hopefully it pops up again when when a comment comes through. Because if it doesn't, then I have to switch it back the other way around. These dragonflies have such an annoying noise. So I feel as though when I'm night fishing, I don't get viewers as much. But when I'm fishing during the day and I'm catching constantly, I seem to benefit more from it, so more people watch it. But night fishing's slower. But that's when all the monsters come out. Well, at the minute they do anyway. Come on, hurry up and take the bait so I can get on to the next one. I need to fill this up once. Oh, game bites. Yay. Hopefully it gets on it. Oh, it stopped biting. Of course it did. Every time they stop biting. Every single time, guaranteed. Like, you get a bite every single time you cast, but you don't actually catch them. It's pulling in. We're gonna switch baits. There we go. Well, I don't have that many minnows. Could do with some more rotten minnow. And again, I like the mice as well. They seem to work pretty good. Right. Hopefully, we catch one. Come on. Come on, come on. My bait's stuck on something. I may try a different depth as well. Because somebody kept telling me try between 20 and 40, but I never tried it. Because at the time I was catching on 60. Maybe I do need to switch up a little bit. Yeah, most people when they fish for the gar or whatever, they jump straight to YouTube for the answers rather than going and looking for like actually trying to find it yourself. It takes the fun out of the game where you just guess, like go on YouTube, look exactly where you got to cast for the certain fish that you want. It's not really helpful because then you're not actually learning anything. Whereas if you learn yourself where to cast, you know you just know where to cast in the other maps and stuff. Like you kind of get a feel for where they're going to be, so you know where to cast. I know catfish like deep open water, and that's where I go now for catfish, just deep open water. It's gonna get a fish or what? I think rotten minnows are any good. I mean, they suck. I'm not even getting any bites. Come on. I don't think the rotten minnows work. Try a pig's eye. Right, pig's eyes aren't very good. They're probably the mice for this area, the mouths for the next, and then the eyes for the other area. It probably goes in order, maybe. So yeah, I'm gonna leave here. I made plenty of money. So the trip was worth it. This is where we need to go next. Then after that, we gotta go here. Oh wow, 600. Damn. So yeah, let's go to a shop. Tackles 50. Lines 5, reels 3. Alright, so lines I don't need to check, but these I do. Alright. £154 it can hold. And it's got a 22 max. Huh. See, the one I'm after is this. It's the only one that I want. So that one would be nice. Like that one would be able to hold more, but the fish would be littler. Like I'd have to go with this if I was to go with any of them. Do I buy this? I guess not, I don't need it. I can hold a lot of materials. Lures. Let's see what I got in here. Alright. Hey, I've unlocked crankbaits. Nice. So that's probably a good option. Yeah, we got all that. And that's it. We can, yeah, we can buy crayfish as well now. Sweet. What else did I get? Baits. I got a new one. Oh, I unlocked large minnows. Yeah. Finally. Well, that works. Anything else? No. What? Oh, I have some large minnows as well. Awesome, that is. So at level 31, I'm able to buy them with actual cash. Peas and corn are what I want though. But yeah, they'll help. And I got something else as well. So I unlocked the pear floats. Again, is that it? I didn't get any hooks. Okay. Was that everything? Oh, I got some new rods as well. Let's go see what the rods were. Phoenix 14. Baitcaster. Oh, a Basscaster, what the fuck? And the Brutus, which I already own. Any reels? A Fat Boy Spin 5k. Helios 3000. And the Aspire Double Punch, which I have. Oh, that looks so dope. So, this is the biggest normal reel. So what the fuck? So spinners have more. Why not just have like the 48.5? Why not have a 48.5 regular thing? It makes no sense. I think that was everything, right? Oh, I got new lines as well. I must have done. You always get new lines. Yeah, I did. 16 and... Oh, wow, I got some 25 tests. Damn. So, yeah, I have unlocked some... Oh, wait. Yeah, so I got some 25 test line. Sweet. What else was there? Was that it? It must have been. Well, that wasn't bad. Well, I don't use any of this anymore. I'm gonna keep that one though. I don't use £10 test. What would happen if I was to sell that? Oh wow, 8 bait coins? 4 bait coins. 5 bait coins. 2 bait coins. Not bad. Look at my home then. 1 bait coin. 3 bait coins. 4 bait. Not bad. What would happen if I split that then? If I cut a new piece of this, would I be able to sell it for more? Would I be able to get bait coins for it? Well, I have some £25 test cut off and it sells, so let me equip. Let me go back to the Mono 12. Oh no, I didn't have that on. What did I have on? I had that unlocked. Let me oh no, I didn't look. Alright. I had. Huh? Right, so 25. Right, so that fluoro 0. Right. Oh, I can't even get rid of it, so how much is that still? 4 as well. Oh wow, okay. So I have a lot of bait coins worth of line. Nice. least if I ever need some bait coins, I know I can like go to this and be like, yeah man, I can get 4 for that. And also 4 for that, which is weird. Well now. I'm gonna move that though. So oh crap. No, there's no way I'm using. I use that. I can't use that. Where did the line go that I had? This must have been it. There we go. I can say because I know this rod casts really, really far. Right. Right, there we go. Make sure I got everything on me. Yeah, there's some baits that I forgot to take last time as well. Marshmallows. Right, now we're set. I didn't have enough saw. Oh wow, 8 bait coins. That's not worth it. Wait, is that? No, it's no special. I was gonna say that's like Halloween bait or some shit. Well, I'm gonna head off, guys. I'll see you all. Thanks for watching. I'll be back later on.